offense is not going to work.
Around the basket, Iriafen unable to hit. Cameron Brink.
Pass, but I like her in this game looking for her shot as well.
It's an 8-0 Breeze run. We talked to Beckers the other day as Cameron Brink stands tall. Iriafen, an all-star in her first pro campaign, looks to carry it over. Beckers finds Brink. Beckers Brink bucket for Breeze. And it's a young squad here in Breeze, one of the two new clubs. Plum gets downhill. Brink does a good job standing tall there. A's hit the deck. Kelsey Plum for three.
Now trying to get the ball.
Coach Quinn challenged Brink to do a little one-on-one in this league and came up empty. And Cloud attacks, tight ropes the baseline, and Phantom runs out of real estate and time on the clock when she appeared with the Indiana Fever. Ball screen onto pick and roll. Is Iriafen denied? A Brink block and Unrivaled.
I mean, is it more physical, or it has been a physical game.
Brink rises up and delivers over Kiki. Here's Rivers matched up with Beckers. They've had some fun on social media, training camp and beyond. Stopped by Breeze. Here's Beckers, hits the brakes. Cameron Brink, offensive board, finds Jackson in stride.
Downhill, you see right here, Cameron Brink finding her teammate on the cup, smooth with the finish, and Breeze with the big lead here early. A little bit enough to get that room.
And Coach Wakama told us in our first discussions, Brink puts it in.
She certainly did, and did an excellent job utilizing her size, getting on the inside. Your point about Kelsey Mitchell, though, just even her talking about the dimensions of the court.
Right.
I was nervous for you. I also...
Jackson puts the head down, lob it to Brink. A Brink bucket. Here are the first to make it 16-10.
And Rakia Jackson, a little bit of everything. There's been excellent synergy and connectivity.
High screen for Beckers. That's her spot, yes. First female coach to ever win women's Afro-basket.
And that's been a major factor in how they've been able to really, or haven't been able to really get much going here on this end of the floor.
Yeah, of course, and the obvious is you want to learn in winning. Citron on the kick. Rebound Billings. Bulldozes in there, hands by Martin. Beckers snags it. That was dangerous. But chaos avoided, sort of. There's Brink, absorbs the contact, takes a fall. Here's Billings off the dribble, flutters out in double figures. Backdoor to Martin, and fouled by Heidemann. Beckers to the bench, Jackson inserted to the lineup. Brink on the roll. Injured back in 2024, and team score that is ahead. That becomes the winning score in an untimed fourth quarter. Rivers on the shovel shot. Brink stands tall, no foul. Bounce it to Martin, no look to Brink. They're playing free and breezy in Miami. 14 for Brink. It's up to 6 personal fouls in Unrivaled, despite the 7-minute quarters, the untimed fourth. Austin twists and turns. She went dancing, that's travel.
She is never getting sped up.
8 points already. Jackson lobs it, Sparks to Sparks. It's unreal. 10 for Gray. Just 5+ minutes into the ball game. Brink wants a turn and rattles home a three.
Both these teams are clicking on all cylinders. Threats on the floor that can score at all 3 levels. It's given them room.
The youngins lead the champs. Her 3rd rebound with 5 points. Feeds Brink. Oh, and Gray's called for a foul. One tonight, tied with Marina Mabry. The Xfinity free.
The jacket looked fresh and excellent on you.
Oh, thank you.
And this Breeze team looks...
Beckers on the wing right side. Breeze by 4. Paige Beckers finds Brink off the heel and in. She entered the night 60% from the floor and 53% from deep. Beckers to Brink. 18 points for Jackson. That's a big shot, though, to cut this to 4. Outlet from Beckers to Brink. Swish. A 6-0 run by Breeze. Rose prior to those 2 makes in the quarter. Here's Austin. Uses that pivot foot to step through. Hull with the hustle to tip the ball back out. Rakia's got 18. Drives the alley. Kate Martin comes up to it, and a heads-up play. Jackson Jackson in a low stance, doing all she can against Gray, who is 32, dancing, fires it up.
Almost score ice.
Beckers mid-range, in and out. Extra chance here. Beckers work it, lobs to Brink, spin, the kick to Jackson, shot clock to 3, fires and hits. 11-year pro, 34 years old, out of Rutgers, pounds the basketball and blocked by Brink. Back up the Brink's truck.
Brink is just so good in her positioning by her feet. Look right here. Yeah, it's the reach and coming out to be able to block. You're getting into bodies. You're making passes and deliveries tough.
Brink square it up and drill it. Cameron Brink looks for more. Shot clock off. Ray Burrell puts the head down. Drive it and blocked by Brink. Okay now.
Oh, she's brought out the hammer. Take a look at this. Get out of here. Cameron Brink has been a wall around the basket. Anytime they see it, they've been able to execute.
Williams finds Griner, double team, Brink and Martin. 3-second violation on Vinyl, second win. Beckers hunts her shot, short on it. Brink, foul by Howard.
Looking exactly at the score for these teams, especially a group like this new together, it's a...
Swing it on the perimeter, Martin off. And a 3. Shot clock down to 7. Brink to the basket, lays it in. Especially with this particular lineup.
They're switching.
Cam Brink returns the favor. That is pretty. Just wowed by every aspect.
Yeah,
the spin, the touch, the feel, and she's 6'4".
Hey.
She actually went back and watched every single one of her shots from last W season and noticed that she was missing a lot when she was fatigued. So she's been focusing on diet and conditioning and
down the way from her. So she's like, I'm not perfect. I still, every now and again, I can sneak something in.
Brink once again for Breeze. On the block, makes an impact to push the lead to 6. Brink had a couple of highlight reel denials, and then suddenly Vinyl got hot as Cam checks the three-point line and is barreled by Lee. That means a free throw worth 3 for Cameron Brink. It's a big one.
You know, I hope not. I hope not. Hope she knows this is my first one. Ooh, tough move by Cam.
Nice look by Brink.
Playing in space.
Stewart and Lee have had most of the minutes. Stewart makes her move to the rim. Brink, good job there, not fouling.
So those details matter so much.
Brink provided the second quarter spark. Tees up a 3, nothing but nets.
Make them go to option 3 or 4, and that's where we feel we can be better.
Gray maneuvers to the rim, heads up play by Beckers. Run out, Brink, drive, and score.
By Beckers.
10-point game. Alana Smith barrels inside. Cameron Brink swats and steps over her. That was something.
I mean, this is just a big-time level of verticality of play.
Agumbawale for 3. Long rebound, Brink takes flight. Cameron Brink is fouled.
Is dissatisfied with the fact that
There was Beckers and Jackson. Mabry, Edwards, and Skylar Diggins into the ball game. Marina Mabry short on the triple. To the board. Brink tossed it away, but Beckers is there to pick it up. Here comes Beckers. Hezzy at the mid-range. Bounce it. And a foul on Edwards back in 2021.
I can see that. That's a great compliment.
Rebounding clubs. Had a lot of shot making though. No need to rebound, and Brink is fouled.
And people are excited, and Dom, we got to give her a lot of credit. She got the crowd into it early.
Move last game, a plus 25 in the 19-point win over Mist 5 Ultra. Brink, Martin, Beckers, the trio for Breeze. Fat Benley, Diggins, presented by Xfinity. We'll be getting you fired up for Philadelphia. And the other happenings in this league. Mabry, deep contested three, just races the other. Hustle by Benley, 2-12, West Field. Beckers with the cookies and the bucket, wipes it. Bounce pass by Beckers in stride. Brink the kick, Jackson, there's a foul. Wipe off the 3 for Jackson. Entered tonight for 70 free throw points. Long pass by Diggins, deflection, 4 seconds to shoot. Mabry knows the clock, works it inside, blocked by Brink. Back up the Brink's truck. It's a shot clock violation.
Excellent defense by the Breeze. They are communicating. Page slides over, knows that Mabry's going to keep it, but look at Brink with the nice block and the emotion behind it. They're excited. She throws her hands up because she's so frustrated, but this is what you want. You can turn this game can turn around in a moment because they believe that it's not over regardless of what the record is, and they're competitive. They're going to compete all the way to the end.
Brink with the sink. Now on an island, Young, the switch by Martin. Nice slip. Bam! Cameron Brink with the block shot.
Well, go ahead, Cameron Brink. I love a block party. Invite us.
A 2-point ball game. Canada, elusive. Attacks the basket, throws it away. What a Monday night window shopping. Brink had a masterful block in the first. Wanted an and one. He had 4 lead changes in the first quarter. Canada step through, blocked by Brink. Back up the Brink's truck.
Downhill as well, but the defense here, both hands at the bottom. Cam Brink catching it at the top. The block party.
Becker spreads her wings, Sykes to the rim. Not gonna go.
Sub in, hit a 3, why not?
First 3 tonight for Young. Cameron Brink stretches the floor. Timeout, laces. First trip to the free throw line. Worth 2. Everybody has played 7 after tonight. Double big lineup for Noelle Quinn. Cameron Brink for 3. A swirly. A deep sigh by the crowd. Thomas leaks out. And the bigs come together again.
I love it. The defense and the block shots happening so well. Brink just trailing the play. Doesn't bite on the pump fake. Does a nice job of recovering. Another block for Cameron Brink.
That's lead. Malonga out with Brink. Has hit a 3 in this quarter. May have taken an elbow, flipped it up and made it anyway. Double big lineup for Noelle Quinn. The former head coach in Seattle has made her presence felt down in Miami at Unrivaled. Jackson, the flick, and Brink the finish.
I love that game between Jackson and Brink. Just finding ways to get the pick and roll and the slip. Brink wide open for the layup.
Speaks to the verse.
I mean, she's able to come off a pick and roll here, make a great pass, a great read, something that's not easy to do, and I think we're able to see her have great chemistry with Cam Brink and Cam being able to get a charge on the other end. You have these players on the Phantom out here. You have Tip Hayes, you have Natasha Cloud, who are so athletic and who are trying to get in passing lanes. Their ability to just ball fake, wide open shot for Cam Brink. She's listening to us.
Now Plum wants to answer. Shot was altered by Brink. 1-point lead for Breeze. Becker's down the left side. Banks it home.
Get that ball back out to Plum, who knocked it down.
It's now our 9th lead change of the night. Cameron Brink on the board.
Again, reading the defense just takes the nice, simple jumper.
Breeze at 1 point led by 7. That's the largest lead of the half.
Your own, as we say.
Biggest lead of the game on either side. It's a 7-point lead for Phantom. Brink hoisted up off the heel and in. Much needed for Breeze. Cameron Brink delivers.
That's a really tough shot by Cameron Brink because Boston does a good job not allowing her to get too deep there within the circle. It's just a tough finish through contact. Cameron Brink has looked good here tonight, just in how she's been able to create some of those angles for herself.
Is leading after 3. That becomes the winning score in Unrivaled. Becker's bounce pass in the perfect spot for Brink. Elevation in the paint.
I think understanding her ability, she just hit some shots. She knows both are going to come out and just is able to lead Cam Brink into a beautiful layup.
You have Phantom, who really relies on their defense, but I think right now Breeze doing a nice job of executing their offense.
Brink rises in.
How have you settled in, and especially you, setting the tone in the paint?
Yeah, I think we just try to control the pace early on, make their shots difficult, and then push in transition.
Since 1998, the vision is playing out in front of your eyes. Jackson, the catch inside. Plum comes for the ball. Pass into Boston. Maneuvers for space. Stopped by Brink. Loose ball. Tracked down by Jackson. As for Breeze, Martin and Cam Brink have checked in. Backdoor, Beckers to the rim. First points for Beckers. Rivers thought about the three. Citron gets downhill. Cameron Brink. Pull up the Brinks truck.
You want to talk about an eraser? Citron thought she was going to have a clear layup, and Brink comes over to help.
Displays the range. Now every player for Hive has scored who has entered the game. Brink takes the feed. Jackson got it to her. Spark to spark. Lob ball to Martin. Dribble handoff. Jackson, another lob. Brink does the rest. Look forward to hearing from them throughout the night. Spin cycle, Mo Billings, fall away. Back iron. Breeze has separated slightly here in the quarter. In rhythm three, Kate Martin. Cha-ching. Timeout High.
And finding Kate Martin coming from behind. Brink setting that screen on Mitchell to clear up some space.
In 4 of their last 5. Can Mitchell finish the job? Down to 4 to fire. Mitchell downhill with the right hand, short. Billings wants to attack. No whistle, we play on. Numbers the other way. Brink gallops in, feeds it Jackson, back to Brink, we're tied!
So it's going to be interesting to see how they run that.
Yeah, Coach Quinn said, we're going to need our bigger lineup tonight, be more physical and finish.
And in this big lineup, look for them to slow the game down a little bit. They deliberately want to play in the half court, get a deep paint touch, and have Malonga and Cam Brink go to work inside.
Very good passers, which is unusual at that size, 6'5", 6'6". They look for each other very well. But here's where the biggest challenge is defensively, getting stops.
Run out, Malonga on the run!
You guys here battling defensively. What needs to happen in order for you to make some separation in this game?
To my girl, Renee.
Jab step, Diggins on the hunt. Becker's back in with 3 fouls, blocks the shot. Final 3 minutes, third quarter. Bantams hit 4 threes. Lob it, Edwards, wide open, Mabry.
Want to have Rachel out here able to shoot.
Great catch by Brittany Griner. Cam Brink got her hand on that ball.
Paige Beckers for 3, off the mark. Offensive rebound, out to Williams, catch. That's a 3. That was a little bit of the patience and the poise from Burrell. It has 6, Brink splash. Brink, can she answer? Yes!
Come on, Cam Brink. Step in and get the battle. I love the fact that Cam is out here focused and locked in.
Breeze now 4 of 6 from deep, and Brink the steal.
Going, but then you did find the rhythm. Yeah. What got you back into the flow of this game?
I gotta go.
Okay, get back in there. Hey, when your name is called, you go.
Hasn't happened in a while, Allie. On the swing, Jackson rim-rattling three-pointer.
I'm gonna do my best to be fair.
Just send all your complaints to me. Leave Lisa alone. It's the patience and poise that is on display tonight as a passer now to Griner. Wishes she had that one back.
Wow, and that's a good contest from Brink down there with Griner on her.
Give and go, back out, Brink. A 3. Now 9 3-pointers for Breeze. Cameron Brink up to 8 points.
2 for 2.
Bam! Yes, ma'am! I love it. From the outside, Cameron's come to play tonight. I love this. She's being aggressive, fighting hard down on defense, and her defense is leading to offense.
The last trip down, Burrell picked up her 4th foul. Hunts around the pit. Dump it to BG. Kick out. Down to 5 to shoot. Split the defense. A block by Brink. Pull up the Brinks truck. 4th block for Cameron Brink.
That defensive possession, the Breeze was just flying around, but Cameron Brink going straight up. Volleyball block into the stands.
She's playing again, able to go and finish.
The beauty is, she pointed to Dominique Malonga as the one who delivered the goods. Martin hangs in the air, Brink the board, places it back up and in.
Heating up again.
Double team on Brink in the post. Tried to swirl it away, grabs it, and scores and 1. That's an and 1, Cameron.
Well, that is an and 1, and you know why? Cam is playing with such tenacity. One of the things we talked about is don't worry about the officials. Continue to play through, and you got to play tough. Nobody owes you anything, and Cam Brink really responding great. I love the physicality. She's using her body, and she said, you know, Lisa, we're just tired of losing.
Waller fights around the pick, bounce it. Smith rises, blocked by Brink. (51-36). Stewart climbs the ladder.
And Breeze look like they're just losing their confidence, not really playing solid defense, and the spacing on the floor a little bit too tight for Breeze.
Oh, pretty bounce pass. Jackson to Brink.
2 buckets in a row, and the defense is there, causing havoc for the Breeze.
Brink drills a triple.
Excellent read by Brink. She's been working on that, improving her game, both inside and out.
Stewart takes one way off ball. Leaner, no. Brink pushes pace. Stewart won't get to her.
Just because she's coming off the bench does not mean she is a bench player. She comes in as a third weapon, and they use her a lot. Say enough about Alana Smith because she's playing with the other 3 killers, but she does a lot of the dirty work. Excellent shot blocker as Cameron Brink beats her there to the basket, but you got to give Breeze a lot of credit. They're hustling. Never die attitude is what it's going to take.
Good offense, Martin to Brink. All right, they're at 93. A chance to get to 95 to be an unrivaled record. Brink on the other end for 2.
Oh, miss coming up short. Breeze still fighting.
Burton tried to box out Brink, scoops it home.
Nice job, Cameron Brink, keeping that ball up high over those guards. Much improved from day 1.
Young comes for the ball. Take the shot. Hillman, same spot. Brink was there. Defensive activity. Last time on a loss to missed. Brink with the deposit off the window.
She's still finding her way and continuing to win. She should be aggressive, looking to score.
I want to see her roll. In the pick and rolls, they've been successful when the bigs rolled and they were able to attack like that. I don't want to see any more threes from these bigs.
Up by 15. Segrist, high off the glass, in and out. Brink one-on-one attack.
There it is.
Fouled by Hillman.
In it, I think she can, you know.
First points of the night for Thomas. Breeze has matched the biggest lead, 17. Brink cruise control. I feel like some folks don't realize she's been in the league 10 years now.
Absolutely, and she was a rookie for me in Dallas.
Right. You said it, back in the post. Brink for 2. Aces number 7, Hillman's second field goal. 7-0 Aces run. Brink ends it just like that. She's got 23 now, 7 20-point games on the year. Canada downhill, stopped. Pull up the Brink's truck.
Well, that pass was part of Brink's defense, and she had another possession. Just a big-time block here over the top of Jordan Canada, who's doing everything to reach out, facilitate, put it on the deck.
Austin hunts a matchup against Brink. Stuck on the block for a moment. Brink hauls it in. Nola Henry turns to Lexi Hull, who she calls the glue of this basketball team. Brink with a 2-handed swat.
I talked about the physicality here with Angel Reese down low. Cam Brink coming with a big-time block.
Williams takes the shot into Brink, lays it home. Williams in facilitation mode, bounce it, Brink stays with it, hooks it home. Cameron Brink has found a rhythm off the pond.
People better, and it doesn't just matter about her points and rebound, it's her attitude and her effort, and that's contagious.
Becker's second miss of the night, still has 8 points. Williams following your shot, drains it. Breeze, the 5 seed. Winner faces missed in Brooklyn on Monday night. Phantom and Vinyl, the other semifinal. Break 3-pointer, that's an answer. 7 for Brink. Becker's now 2 for 2 tonight, 92% in the regular season. Copper knifes off the pick, Reese on the cut, and a foul by Brink. Cameron Brink commits her 4th. Coaches, the challenge, if you are successful with your first challenge, you earn a second one. That is new for the postseason. You have to win it, though, to earn that second challenge.
Now, traditionally,
The call on the floor is a successful challenge. The defender is in a legal guarded position and jumps straight up. Paige Bueckers has the ball, possession side out.
3 of 14 from the floor. Breeze up by 19. Has matched its biggest lead. Now it's 20 plus. Cameron Brink connects.
They have such an organic relationship. She is absolutely an extended version of this coaching staff. He said there are multiple times where he will go to call a play and she will have already called a play. Instead of changing it,
Getting the opportunity to get some breathing, which needs to happen because the
Pouncing, fires. Oh, board Brink. Bueckers hunts her shot. Trying to draw the foul. Goes down. Paige Bueckers.
Paige Bueckers with the emotion, and she talked about it, playing with joy no matter what's happening out here.
Pull up the Brinks truck in Brooklyn. Motors in. Williams for two.
Here we go. Breeze is rolling. That's starting on both ends of the floor.
Smith. No. Williams is there. Brink was almost bottled up. Hits Williams, finds the mid-range, decides to float a pass to Brink. Great offense by Breeze. Kick it to Jackson, 3 in the air. Too strong. Williams comes in, hits Brink and struck. 26-10 at the end of 1. Bounce it to Stewart, glides to the rim, met by Brink. Smith the save. Stewart the drive. Swallowed up by Brink.
The defense has been excellent by Cam Brink, using her body, just really getting that ball out of Stewie's hands.
And what it means to set the winning score. So for them to cut this deficit is huge.
Mid-range master. And a Pat Barclay. Stewart is back home. Cameron Brink, the denial.
I'm telling you right now, this substitution was huge to get Malunga out and for Cameron Brink, the second time she meets Stewie right at the top of her shot. Excellent body control, and Cam Brink is excited about this opportunity.
On the move, Brink another block, up to 4.
At this moment, she's going to rely on this crowd to help see them through this win.
Bueckers, no. Brink, yes.